automobile. We've become dependent on our vehicles for both work and play. They're a necessity of life. In fact, most of us now drive thousands of miles every year. Conversely, we've all experienced the inconvenience of a breakdown, an overheated engine, a failed water pump, a tire losing its air, or going flat while on the freeway. If there were easy-to-use products that would help protect your vehicle from even one of these mechanical failures, let alone all of them, wouldn't it be well worth it to use them? Until now, there was very little you could do to protect yourself from these unpredictable breakdowns. Presenting Tron, a new generation of lubricants that were previously thought to be technologically impossible to engineer. However, the end of the Cold War released an exchange of ideas and technologies between the USSR and the United States, which ultimately made the creation of Tron possible. Unlike other products which utilize Teflon or other solids, Tron is 100% petroleum. It contains nothing that can clog up engine parts or reduce performance. Tron will actually clean engines, loosen gummed-up piston rings, and in many cases, substantially improve power and gas mileage. Air pollution is no longer limited to major metropolitan areas. Throughout the world, violated air now moves hundreds of miles to contaminate fields, forests, and farms. We must make engines run as efficiently as possible to keep this environmental threat to a minimum. The modern internal combustion engine is a complicated system of moving parts that are dependent on maximum lubrication to run at peak performance. Statistics show that among the most common reasons for mechanical breakdowns are lack of lubrication and loss of engine coolant. These problems are not only costly to repair, but can lead to dangerous situations on the road, followed by days of inconvenience while your vehicle is being repaired. One way to illustrate Tron's superior protection over that of other oils is with a device known as a cross-access machine. The first product we're testing is a very popular engine oil. In just a few seconds, the oil breaks down and the bearing seizes. The motor physically stops. Watch the amp meter as the motor pulls ever more electricity to try to counteract the friction and heat. The result? A severely damaged test bearing. The next test assesses the lubricity of a popular oil additive that incorporates plastic resins that build a protective layer between engine parts. This additive, in fact, provides no more protection than the previously tested product. Amp readings go up and extreme noise is generated as the additive breaks down, until finally the friction becomes so oppressive that the drive motor just stops. The bearings have actually fused together, as they can in your engine. As you can see, the test bearing is ruined. We now blend Tron with a typical motor oil to the same ratios that would be present in an automobile engine. Notice there's no smoke, no noise, and the drive motor pulls very little additional amperage. Even when a technician puts full force on the torque wrench and holds it down for as long as he can, Tron continues to work. Now, the shock test. Tron's molecular engineering continues to protect metal surfaces, even under temperatures and pressures far worse than would ever occur in an engine. Inspection of the Tronized test bearing reveals virtually no wear. Now, when friction and heat in your engine become severe, standard lubricants break down and move away from the hot spot. Note how quickly the untreated oil jumps away from the friction point. The bearing surface is no longer protected by the lubricant. Tron's unique formula actually attracts the oil to the hot spot like a magnet, so that the areas most susceptible to damage receive that extra protection.
Hello, my name's Richard Schroeder. I've been a professional racer for 35 years in the sport of drag racing. Drag racing puts a demand on your engine unlike any other sport in the world. You don't put anything in your engine that doesn't work. You don't put anything in there you don't trust. Because at over 200 miles an hour, if it comes apart, guess whose life is on the line? I've seen a new product, a product that you will probably take a little closer look at Once you see a demonstration of it, it's called by Tron. Trust me, this is a product that you need in every engine, in every car in America and around the world. It's an ecological product. It does so many different things. And from a racer's point of view, I wouldn't start my engines without it.
Engine parts are kept clean and gas mileage is improved. As you've seen, Tron reduces metal wear, friction, and heat. It's like having a private mechanic who keeps your engine running at peak performance. Tron's advanced molecular engineering has created a totally new generation of lubricants that are outstanding in their effectiveness at extreme temperatures. Tron provides high-quality oil products for diesel, gasoline, and two-cycle engines. In addition, the line features gasoline additives, penetrating lubricants for a wide range of uses, and tire sealant. This new generation of products has amazing properties unavailable in any other lubricants today. Tron has set the standard against which all future lubricants will be measured. The following test was conducted on this engine to show just how tough Tron is. Tron engine formula was poured into the crankcase and the motor was left running for about a half an hour. The oil pan was subsequently removed and all of the oil and coolant was drained. Then, the inconceivable was done. With no oil or coolant, the engine was started. Amazingly, it continued to run normally. It's difficult to imagine the amount of heat that would be generated if the previous demonstration was done with an engine using a standard motor oil. Because Tron fuses itself to the engine's metal surfaces, there is no additional friction. Therefore, no heat buildup. The engine parts remain at normal operating temperature. Tron Gas Conditioner is another 21st century product that cleans fuel system components and restores them to peak operating condition. It does much more than any other gas treatment on the market. It lubricates the delicate moving parts of fuel injectors by fusing lubricant to the injector surfaces. This reduces friction, optimizing the injector spray for more complete combustion. The result? A smoother running automobile with more pickup and less exhaust pollutants. Tron has also introduced an excellent new penetrating lubricant that has thousands of uses. It penetrates rust to loosen seized bolts, eliminates noises and squeaks from unlubricated surfaces, and protects metal surfaces from rusting. According to the U.S. Department of Transportation, flat tires are the #1 cause of vehicle immobilization. Tron's tire safety solution is a revolutionary product designed to protect your tires from common road hazards. Say goodbye to flat tires that can leave you stranded or in a perilous situation on the road. Tron TSS is installed before a puncture, not after, thus avoiding an unexpected and dangerous loss of air. TSS can be easily installed without any special tools by following the directions, or any service station can do it for you in minutes. Once Tron tire sealant is installed, the tire is slowly rotated several times. This coats the inner surface, providing you with maximum protection. The valve is then replaced, and the tire inflated to the recommended pressure. Punctures up to 1/4 of an inch in diameter will now be repaired almost instantaneously. This Tron TSS treated tire has been punctured more than 500 times, yet displays no leaks. With all of the glass and other sharp objects on our roadways, it's good to know that Tron TSS is looking out for the safety of you and your loved ones. Tron's line of next-generation automotive products are available now. Upon reviewing all the benefits of using Tron products, you start to get an idea of the value of them. Firstly, you're protecting one of your most expensive investments, your car. Because emissions from your vehicle are reduced by as much as 90%, you're making an important contribution to a better environment. And your reduced maintenance costs and gasoline expenses can save you thousands of dollars per year. Lastly, avoiding the loss of your valuable time while greatly reducing the risk of a traumatic and dangerous roadside breakdown is reason enough to use these products.